In today's episode, we're going to go over the 5 signs your body is asking for nervous system support and not another supplement. So, welcome back to the podcast. My name is Yuri Williams. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. And today we're going to focus more on your nervous system support. And I wanted to do this episode because I have clients that are doing the healthy lifestyle implementations. They are taking the supplements, but overall, they're not getting the results they were looking for. And I've noticed we need to focus more on the nervous system. We need to talk about why is our body feeling like we are not in a safe space. Yes, you could eat the healthy foods, you could implement the healthy protocols, the tools, the sauna sessions, going to the gym, taking the supplements, eating all of the healthy foods that you see online. But if you are not addressing your nervous system and you are not changing the way that you are thinking about things in your mind, then you're not going to have the results that you are wanting to get. So, we're going to go over the 5 signs that your body may be experiencing if you are stuck in a fight or flight mode, such as your sympathetic state. When you are in a sympathetic state, you're going to feel wired and tired all the time. You're exhausted, your mind is racing, you can't fall asleep. You might fall asleep, but then wake up within an hour. So, these are some of the signs that you are feeling wired and tired and you are not in a parasympathetic state. When you are in a parasympathetic state, you're calm, your body's able to digest, and your body doesn't think that you're in survivor mode. So, I'm going to give you some solutions for you to try out to help out your nerve system. If you are experiencing the feeling wired but tired, I'm going to give you some solutions. I want you to work on your breath work. A lot of the times, if you take the time to notice, which maybe you're not, you're gonna see that you're breathing like rapidly. We're not taking the time to take deep breaths in and releasing it. If you're listening to this right now, try to take like 6 seconds of deep breath, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're gonna exhale it the 6 seconds as well slowly. But instead, if you notice, you're probably walking around shallow breathing, like quickly breathing. And that's going to send a signal to your body saying, like, hey, we're not safe. Something that we're thinking or doing is causing us to have this effect. Another thing that you could do if you're feeling wired but tired is that I want you to take 3 to 5 minutes to lay down and put your legs up on the wall. And this activates your parasympathetic nervous system. Another thing that you could also do is that in the morning when you wake up, you go outside and you have sunlight in your eyes for 5 to 10 minutes. This is going to reset your cortisol rhythm naturally. The last thing that you could do in this section is to have a wind down routine, such as an hour before bed, you're dimming the lights around your home, you're turning off the TV screens, maybe you're playing like soft lo-fi music, anything like that. The second symptom that you may be experiencing if your nervous system may be off is you're having digestion issues. You may experiencing bloating after meals. You may experience burping, or you have a slow digestion where it's also causing you to have constipation. And your body is saying that, hey, I'm not in a rest and digest mode, so you're not digesting your food effectively. If your digestion is off, I want you to do this before you eat on every meal if you can. I want you to think about the food. I want you to smell the food. This is going to trigger your salivary enzymes and it primes your digestion to start working. I want you to chew your food 20 to 30 times. And I want you to add bitters or lemon water before each meal so you could gently stimulate your stomach acid. And of course, I want you to be eating sitting down and not looking at a screen. The last thing that you could do is keep a food and mood journal. And usually, when I work with clients, I do send them a food and mood journal, and they could see, like, hey, this is what I'm eating, this is how I feel while I'm eating, and this is what was going on during the day. So at the end of the week, you could kind of review and see, hey, was my digestion on point? Was I able to have 1 to 2 complete bowel movements per day? Yes or no? Then you get to review, what did you eat or what did you do that day? If you did have like optimized digestion that day, or if you didn't, then you could review your food and mood journal. The third symptom that you may be experiencing is that you're hypervigilant or that you emotionally overreact. So little things set you off. You're always anticipating the next problem, or you feel like on the edge, or you feel super sensitive. This isn't a mindset issue, it's more of a nervous system stuck in survivor mode. Your body's trying to protect you. It's not bad, it's just that you're over exhausted. For example, you worked 8 hours, you come home, you're exhausted, you're probably on social media between the drive from your work to your home, and then you probably get a phone call, somebody you talk to is just aggravating you more. The day that you have had is stress. You're probably coming home, maybe you have kids, maybe you don't. That's another responsibility that you have to care of. So the last thing on your mind is probably making dinner, and then somebody says something and you just go off. So that's one of the signs that your nervous system does need support because you are exhausted. The solution to this symptom is that I want you to validate your feelings and ground yourself. I know it may be hard when you're going around trying to get through the day, but I want you to find time at the end of the day to at least go outside, have your feet on the grass if you do have a backyard. If not, if you go to a park or anything like that. Another solution that you could do to this symptom is that you could practice the daily vagus nerve activation. You do this by humming, splashing cold water, or singing out loud. If you notice when you are in a calm parasympathetic state, usually you're humming or you're singing and you know you're in a good mood. That's when your nervous system is calm. Another solution that may be helpful is that you journal using the prompt, what would safety feel like in my body? And then you get to leave it all on the paper. You get to review, see what works for you. The fourth symptom that you may be experiencing if you are in a survivor mode is that you feel like you're chasing the next thing to feel better. This can look like being on social media, you see another supplement, you get that supplement. Then you go on Instagram, and then you see another supplement, you get a supplement from there. You go on TikTok and you get the pattern. So every supplement, you're just like, hey, I want to try that. I want to see if that's a solution for me. Another sign that you may be in a survival mode is that you tried all the trends that you do see on social media. For example, like such and such is going to fix this, or if you try this routine, it's for this. When you are in a cycle of trying everything that you see on social media, you buy every supplement, it's like you cannot make a decision for yourself. And when you get into that cycle, when you cannot make a decision for yourself, then you're letting go of the power that you have within you. Sometimes you have to take the time to actually listen to what you think may work for you, not what the influencer said or anything like that. The only person that's going to know what you need is your own self. You just have to take the time to block out all that noise and to really listen. And sometimes you may think, I don't even know what it's like to listen to myself. Well, a simple way that you could learn how to listen to yourself is compare activities that you do like, activities that you don't like. Compare people that you do like being around and compare them to the people that you don't like being around. That's how you're going to decipher what you do like and what you don't like. It's the same when it comes to these trends, to this health thing, to these supplements. You're gonna decipher like, hey, is this the next thing that I'm on, or is this really gonna be helpful for me? If you are feeling like you are chasing the next thing to feel better, is maybe just choose one main health focus and stick to it. Maybe this month you are focusing on sleep. Maybe next month you'll focus on your digestion. And the third month you'll focus on blood sugar. Another suggestion that I have for you, if you feel like you are chasing the next thing to feel better, is schedule one day out of the week where you're not listening to any health podcasts. You're not watching anything about health. You're actually concentrating on just being creative. Take your day out of the health space and just learn to be you. When you were younger, when you were a kid, when you didn't know anything about health, take yourself back to that so you could focus on what you do like. Your creativity can come out because as adults, we do get focused on our health and being in fear and who knows what's going to happen in the future. So, for one day out of the week, take yourself out of the latest health podcast, the latest supplements, anything health related, and just go back to what did I like to do before I got into the health and wellness space. And that's going to help you get out of the health space. And that's going to help you go back to who you were. It's going to bring in joy and some happiness to what you like doing for the day instead of just concentrating on what's going on with health. The fifth symptom that you may feel if you are in a survivor mode is that you don't feel safe resting. So let's say you do finally get to rest, but you feel guilty, or you're thinking about your to do list, or even on your day off from work, you feel like you have to do something active because if not, you label yourself as lazy. I'm not sure where you learn to always be on the go, but being on the go all the time is not a healthy response. You're on the go or you're always super active because you cannot sit down for a second. And you may want to take the time and ask yourself, like, hey, what am I avoiding? Why am I always on the go? Or why do I feel like I have to be up and down the house? I have to be cleaning the house, have to be out socializing. I'm not even sure what you do when you're always on the go. But if you are on the go, just ask yourself, why can I not be by myself? Or why can I not take the time to rest? And if you are taking the time to rest, but you do feel lazy or you labored yourself with anything negative, try reframing your mind and maybe telling yourself, like, hey, regulated women receive more, rested women create more, and your body is safe to slow down. Another reflection that you may have if you don't feel safe while resting is ask yourself, what did I learn about rest growing up? Is it time to redefine it on my own terms? To recap that, the five signs your body is maybe asking for more nervous system support is number one is that you feel wired and tired all the time. Two is that your digestion is off, even though that you may be eating healthy. Three is that you're hyper vigilant or emotionally reactive. Four is you're chasing the next thing to feel better. And finally is you don't feel safe resting. So with all those symptoms, and I hope you do implement some of those solutions to help out your nervous system. Because no matter what supplements you take, no matter what the next protocol may be, the next supplement, the next health practitioner, at the end of the day, you have to realize that you have the power to change all of your chronic symptoms or anything that you may be facing. You have the power to really change if it's something that you do not like, if your body is expressing symptoms that are not favorable for you. Take the time to regulate your nervous system, take the time to really figure out what you do not like in your life and make an effort to change it because at the end of the day, you're the only one that's going to really take care of your body. You're the one going through all these symptoms and all this pain. So why not take the effort? Not why not take the time to actually change it for the better and to live the life that you want? I do believe that if you do start to implement some of these suggestions, that you will feel better. And if you want to reach out to me, all my info will be on the show notes, or if you go on Instagram, you just send me a message. And until next time.